This episode of Power Up is brought to you by Promo Corner's Page Flip. Not going to in-person trade shows this year and still need to get your catalogs out to those distributors? Upload your digital catalog to Promo Corner's Page Flip. Contact sales at promocorner.com.
Are you ready? Let's power up. All right. So today we're talking about live videos and recorded videos. Listen, whether or not you do live or recorded videos, I want you to think about 2020 just for a second. This is December 1st, and we only have 31 days left till the end of the year. Now, when you go back to think over 2020, what is the one thought that comes to mind besides the pandemic? It might be Zoom, right? Zooming. We're all Zooming. We're live streaming. We are showing up on video in a very big way. And before 2020, were you even doing this? Probably not. I know I wasn't that much. Even me, a video pro, someone that's lived my life in front of a camera, I wouldn't just show up on Zooms. But this is 2020, and this is what we need to do. So as we get into the last 31 days of the year, I'm just going to push you. I'm going to nudge you. I'm going to send you over the cliff. And hopefully you will have the courage to start your live videos or recorded videos, because we know there are so many benefits of going on camera. Going on camera immediately gets people to know you. Don't feel like you know me? You can either like me or not like me, but you're going to know pretty quickly, right? And if I show up and if I'm consistent, you're going to begin to trust me. And then I'm going to start to build this beautiful community. And you see how that works? You see the power of video? That's why you need to be jumping in with 2 feet. And I'm going to show you how. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the pros of recorded videos. So here's the thing. You might be thinking, live, recorded, I don't know where I want to start. Well, if you're doing a recorded video, some of the pros of that is that you can control the content, right? You can script it out. You can decide to record your video in chunks. You can decide to use a teleprompter. You can edit the video. You can go in different locations. You could be like, all right, now I'm going to do like the first 20 seconds right here in my office. And then I'm going to jump outside and I'm going to continue. And I'm going to keep people engaged like that. I'm going to keep mixing it up, right? And you can also practice until it's good enough. You can, of course, edit your videos. You can make your videos look pretty fancy with graphics and music and make it look all polished. But there are some cons of doing recorded videos. What are they? All right, well, I'm sorry, but recorded videos just don't have the same energy as live videos. That's right, they just don't. And they can, for that reason, take a lot more time. Because what happens when you do a recorded video is that you pick up your device, you roll, you record, you review, you decide you just don't like something. And what do? You erase it. And then you record, you review, you decide, do I like it? And then you erase it. So you get into this habit of recording too many takes, and you end up being a bit stilted. And you can't even realize it because you've done it so many times. So you're kind of becoming robotic. You know what I mean? You're showing up and it's like, well, is that Pat? Or is that the cardboard cutout of Pat? I don't know. Do you like me better or do you like her better? I want to know. Hey, listen, I like being the real thing. But what happens when you go on video is you do tend to become that cardboard cutout. Kind of a caricature. You get into a flow of things and it's like, who is that person? So you have to be aware of that. Some of the other cons about doing a recorded video is that you have to edit the video. So you have to get accustomed to editing software, which is, again, an extra step. And does that hold you back from even starting in the first place? Now, people also expect better quality when something is recorded. That's because there's more thought that goes into it. You took the time to figure out the location, to light your shot, to pick the angle, and to be just there right then and there, and then you decided to go for it. And all of that took a lot of thought. And then you have to go and you have to edit that video. So those can be, a few cons of recorded videos. And sometimes people actually prefer to see a live video. And let's talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about live videos. Why live video? Why has live video totally exploded over the internet? Well, because it's very exciting. It allows you to be in the moment, right? It's sort of magical in a way. And I feel that it helps you build your authority that much faster. It really does. It also can be very interactive and engaging, and you can engage with that audience, right? You can have conversations. You can ask people to comment below, join the conversation. What do you think of this? And then you can react to those comments in the feed. Yeah, Sue, I know you get it, right? Yeah. So also, I think it's more forgiving because people realize that you're in the moment. So guess what? Then when you're in the moment, people also realize that mistakes are okay. Mistakes are okay. And you know what? Here's the reality about live video. Most people won't even watch your live video. They're going to watch it in the replay. Yeah. They're going to be like, FOMO, I don't want to have a fear of missing out. So I'm going to watch this in the replay. So don't worry about it. You don't even have to have an audience. So that is another pro of going live, is you don't even have to worry about having that audience because most people will watch it on the replay. And what you're doing is you're building a library of content each and every time you go on. Another pro about live video is that you are creating intimacy. You are literally creating intimacy with your live video. Don't you feel like we're having this experience together? I mean, I'm talking live to you, you're reacting. We are part of the same conversation. So that intimacy can spark creativity. Not only that, but it sparks more leads. And we like that. You're walking the walk with somebody. You're not pre-recording something beforehand, Gosh, who knows when that happened? We're living it in the moment, right? We're experiencing something together, and that is the magic of live video. All right, now there are a couple of cons, and I want to talk about it. What was that? That was a cringy moment. Yeah, well, I didn't want to do like nails on a chalkboard, but I did want to illustrate to you that most people are like cringy when they think about going live. That's because it can be very nerve-wracking, right? What happens when you go live is like, you tend to overanalyze every single word. You can tend to ramble on just to fill that dead air. Because you're a little freaked out. You don't have a safety net below you. It's like, whoa, that's right. You're jumping off that cliff. And then you have to deal with some tech issues that could arise. And, when you're in this business, tech always happens. The heck with tech. But you know what? Tech happens. So you have to be able to deal with it. And you also have to know the nuances for engagement. You have to, tell people to write in the comments, react to what I'm saying. Can you resonate? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're here. And you also have to have a little bit of education as to how to engage people. And you have to keep people watching until the end. How do you do that? Well, stick around because I'm going to have a ninja tip about how you can show up on Facebook Live if you're super, super nervous and don't want anyone to see you, but still want to have that experience of live. I've got a ninja trick and a tip. So stick around. Okay, so that's how you do it. You get it? All right. Well, listen, whether or not you are going live, and great opportunities to go live, by the way, is if you're having, an announcement, if you're at an event, if you want people to share that experience with you, if you're doing a live interview, if you want to have people, commenting below the video, do a live video because they're going to be reacting in real time. And everybody loves that excitement of real and live and in the moment. That's a great opportunity. What if you were unboxing something? I want to be there with you while you're unboxing something. So that's a great opportunity to do a live as well. If you're talking about a product, if you're talking about the history of a product, if you're talking about certain features of something, maybe that's a better opportunity to do a recorded video, because then you can actually zoom in, on the finer points that you want to show. You can change your camera angle and you can go, do some pre-production. So that's going to help tell that story. So that would be a better opportunity to do a recorded video. But whether or not you decided to do recorded or live, I want to let you know that you have to do the same thing for either one. You got to get out of your head and you got to realize that making mistakes is just fine. So you got to ditch perfection right away. And you have to realize that no one is going to care more than you and microanalyze every single word and about your mistakes. They really want to get the information. So they're not going to be hyper focused on you. And, oh, she just misspoke. So don't agonize, because no one is really going to care as much as you do. You got to start today, because if you start today and you do it again tomorrow and you do it again the next day, well, guess what? You are going to build momentum. You don't just go out to the golf course and decide, I am going to do an 80-yard drive with a putter. You have to use the right instrument, right? You have to have the right technique, correct? So you got to practice if you want to get better. I don't know where my golf ball went. Oh, it was orange. It was really pretty, but you get the picture, right? You don't just show up. You have to putt along. It's practice. It's rinse, repeat. It's rinse and repeat and review and get the feedback of your peers, of your trusted community. So it's practice to get better, because you can't just do it once and be like, okay, I did it. It's over with. And don't, practice live in front of everybody all the time, because that's not going to resonate either. You have to be focused and you have to have a goal. And your goal is to make connections, not sales, right? You're going to make connections. And every time you go on, you're going to have a point. You're going to realize, who do I want to reach here? Why am I showing up? When you're showing up for a recorded video, shorter is better. Shorter is better. If you can keep it under a minute, wow, I love that. I know it's hard. 2 minutes is okay too. But if someone sees a recorded video and it's like 15 minutes, oh my gosh, they're not going to want to watch that. 15 minutes is a very large investment, right? So keep your videos brief, get to the point, get in, get out. Make your points in, points out. So, live videos can be sort of different. If you have a live show, maybe that lasts, a half an hour. I actually do pretty long interviews. I do 30-minute interviews. I like to get into it, right? But that's okay. People are not going to stick around for your entire live. They might jump in for a few minutes and jump out, or they might really stay with it the whole time. But after that live video is created, that 30-minute live video, you can download it and you can repurpose it. You can chop it up into 2-minute segments, the best of, the sound bites, right? That one piece of content of live video, 30 minutes, can be broken down into 10 different issues, 10 different videos. So there's a lot to gain from going live also and repurposing. Now, when you're live, you have to constantly remind people, here we are talking about XYZ, because people won't always be there for the entire live. So that's another nuance of going live too. And I want to stress, no matter what, if you do live or taped, don't just do it to do it. Don't just go live to go live. Have a point, right? Don't just sell. Help the audience get to know you. And how do they get to know you? Well, tell a story about yourself. How did you get into your field? What attracted you to your business? And what is your favorite part of the biz? Talk about a client story or a client win. And educate me. Educate me. Talk about the evolution of the products. Talk about the materials. Is it eco-friendly? Who are the people behind these products? People always want to know that, right? Talk about the top tips. Give people tips. Help people. Tell me about the mistakes that I should avoid. Give me a reason to tune in. And here's the thing, right? Drop the curtain, show something, reveal something. You got to liven it up a little bit. I want to keep you engaged because you're so important to me. People love finding out about the back end. Ooh, how do you do that? Let's see, how's the sausage made? I can tell you I've been to a lot of different factories in my day. I love conveyor belts. Yes, I know it is a thing. I love seeing how things are made. I love hearing about the process. Take me in, give me a peek inside, won't you? I mean, this is a show and tell medium, so why not show me something, right? I want to know about the packing process. How are the products made? So these are all ways that you can show up and you can, make a difference. You can show up and shine. You can talk about your product announcement if you go live, right? You have new inventory. Great reason to go live. But I want you to think about the goal of going on. Is it, to educate someone? Is it to inspire someone? Do you want to motivate someone? Are you trying to be a little entertaining? I always try a little bit. I hope I'm really breaking through. Really, what I want to do most of all with anything that I do is I want to connect with you and I want you to connect with me. I want what I say to resonate with you because that's how you're going to build your authority on video. And if you can solve a problem, wow. Well, then you're going to win a customer. If you can solve a problem, you are going to win a customer. They're going to keep coming back for more. They're going to want to hear from you. You're going to be the trusted resource, that person that I got to hear what Pat's talking about. Let's power up. So don't be too rehearsed. Please don't be too rehearsed. Don't print out all your scripts. Go through them one by one. Have them taped all over the place. I mean, it is good to be prepared, and you can use cards. You can use stickies. You can place them around your computer, but trust yourself to know the spirit of what you want to talk about. So practice, rehearse, get those points in your mind, and then go for it, right? Go for it because people are going to love you for your uniqueness. And sometimes you got to be a little crazy on stage. Sometimes you got to take chances. You got to take chances because you got to mix it up and you got to stop that scroll. So it's okay to be a little crazy on stage. That's what I've heard. I'm trying it. I don't want to be that cardboard cutout. So how do you get started? Okay, I promised you that I was going to give you a ninja trick. Can you keep a secret? You got to start, right? So here's how you do it. You go on your Facebook and you change your settings to only me. That's right. You know that little globe or a lock right next to your name? Go into settings and change it so that you're the only person that can view the video. Now you have to remember to change it back after you go live because then only you will see your posts. But you can set the Facebook Live to private so that only you are your own audience. Then you go live, you practice it, you get the bugs out, you do everything you want to do, maybe even invite somebody else to join you, and then you review it. And that's how you can practice doing a live without actually going live and other people seeing it. You are going live, but only you are seeing it. So my challenge to you is to get started on video before the end of the year. You've got only the next 30 days. I will be checking in with you. So just do it because you've got a global audience just waiting to meet you. I challenge you to show up and shine and do it before January 1st. So power up on video and let's shine together. I'll be looking for your videos.